Okay, here's an essay on the short story The Jacket. I approached the jacket slowly, as if it were a stranger whose hand I had to shake. The narrator of The Jacket received a new jacket the color of guacamole, that was very big and had vinyl sleeves, a collar, and a mustard-colored lining. The author despised this jacket, and blamed it for many of his problems. His grades suddenly became quite poor, and everyone at school, even the teachers, were talking about his jacket, and how revolting it was. People bullied him and made him feel self-conscious as well. Okay, now, one thing here you say the narrator, and then here you say the author. Now we are talking about the narrator, not the author. Okay? Now, the introduction is really good. Starting it with a quote is good. Your brief summary of the story is also good at the beginning. However, you don't clarify the reasons you have or the answers to the question. You did, however, mention that he became quite poor, right here. Everyone at school, even the teachers, were talking about his jacket. People bullied him and made him feel self-conscious. So these are your reasons or your answers to the question. However, they're not very clear. I would have preferred a sentence before that specifying that you have three answers or three reasons or three things, and then you elaborate using these sentences that you did, so that I know that you're answering the question in the introduction. Okay? First, the narrator's grades dropped quite drastically when he acquired the jacket. The next day, the narrator stated, "I wore it to 6th grade and got a D on a math quiz." He also told readers that homework wasn't being completed. He forgot state capitals and rivers in South America and became accustomed to receiving C's on quizzes and other assignments. Very good. So you clearly stated your first answer and you elaborated very well. He believed that the jacket was the cause of this. Now, this right here will be considered an ambiguous pronoun. Should say he believed that the jacket was the cause of this failure, the cause of this problem, the cause of this something. Okay, you need to add a word after it so that it refers to it. Although the narrator never told the readers what his grades were before he attained the jacket, the overall assumption is that he never got grades like this until he received it. Okay. Well, the concluding sentence here isn't that good. I would have preferred to see something a little bit stronger. However, you do sum up your idea very well, and you do have a clear reason, so it's good. Next one. Next, the narrator states that the jacket attracts much attention. Teachers and students alike talked about the jacket that the narrator was unhappily sporting. Nice word. He noticed. The girls turned away to whisper on the monkey bars. The students stared and laughed along with the teachers. The teachers threw their heads back in laughter, half covering their mouths, at the sight of the crew jacket. Even the 5th graders made snide comments to their peers, passing the narrator. The narrator states, "I wore that thing for 3 years, till the sleeves grew short, and my forearms struck out like the neck." Okay, so before I continue here, just beware that you need to stick to the same tense that you're using throughout your essay. I can see here that you use the present tense in attracts, and then after a little while you use the past tense again, and so on. So you need to stick to one tense so that it's not confusing to the reader. Okay, let's go to the next page. At lunchtime, I stayed with the ugly boys who leaned against the chain-like fence and looked around with propellers of grass spinning in our mouths. He discontinued his original friendships as a result of the jacket, which is relatively impractical. I don't like this last sentence. He discontinued his original friendships as a result of the jacket, which is relatively impractical. What is impractical? Is it the friendship or the jacket? What do you mean by impractical? It's not really clear here, even though you do have a clear reason and your use of quotes was good. Again, the concluding sentence wasn't that good. As a result of receiving the vile jacket, people bullied him and made him feel self-conscious. Frankie T., whom the narrator called the playground terrorist, pushed him to the ground and told him to stay there until recess came to a conclusion. He believed that the jacket caused Frankie to perform those actions. Furthermore, his old friend Steve McGreed watched him cautiously during lunch, making things between them uncomfortable and strange. Overall, friends left quicker than a deer during hunting season when he showed up at school with his jacket. Okay, so that's a nice expression, left quicker than a deer during hunting season. You do make your idea clear here as well, so you do have three very good answers or very good reasons to give for why he hated that jacket. In summary, the jacket caused many problems according to the narrator. His grades spiraled downward, nice expression, many of his peers and teachers made rude remarks referring to the jacket, and he was bullied and felt self-conscious wearing the jacket. I would prefer not to use self-conscious here or in the introduction, because you already said he was bullied, and that's much worse than feeling self-conscious. Feeling self-conscious is not necessarily something that bad. So it wouldn't actually be a good reason here. So he was bullied would be enough. The jacket caused many problems for the 3 years he had it in his possession. Okay, I would have preferred to see some kind of a closing sentence here as well. A quote from the end of the story would be appropriate here, something to sum up everything that happened. Do use a quote at the beginning in the introduction, one in the conclusion as well. It may make things better. The only remark I have basically are the concluding sentences for each of the paragraphs. We need to have a stronger sentence or a stronger summary of the opinion or the idea that you presented in each of those paragraphs. Okay, check out my other videos for this essay or any of the other essays and see my remarks about the concluding sentences in each of the paragraphs. I'm sure you're going to get some ideas there. Okay, good luck.